Hey there, folks. I'm trying to see if the waitlist period is
Yeah,
available to
no.
come. Otherwise, I'm gonna.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm the dancer. So, so yeah.
All right. Looks like I might have to open up the last spot up to PF. Are you still comfortable tanking if I open this up for PF?
Yes. Yeah.
It's up to you.
Yeah. I mean, I would prefer to dance on this character, but I can tank. Yeah. I am comfortable tanking. So, it is my main.
All right. I'm gonna open this up for public PF then, with the last spot being flexed.
Okay. Oh, someone just asked
Oh,
if you
we
need
might
to.
have someone.
Yep. Yes. Yay. Woo.
There we go. Right, folks, I'm gonna do a ready check. Make sure you got your repairs, your food, and all that stuff. Anything you might need.
Yep.
Then we're gonna go ahead and go in. Jamison. I'll ask again. towards the end of the raid, but considering we started a little bit late this go around, I might ask people when you're comfortable staying a couple of extra minutes past 3 PST.
I'm good.
I'll double check with people before that time though, just in case. Right time to do this song and dance. Your clock spots first. Let me see here, everyone in your clock spots. Yes, they are. Healer groups. This is going to be for Dog 2 when it's partners instead of light parties. Number 1 is going to be closest to where the boss is, and we're going to have tanks with melees, healers with range. So melees, if you could pair up with your tanks, you do not want people of the same role. You always want to support with the DPS. Looks good. This is gonna be for fourfold. If it's the corner spreads, we're gonna do Group 1 Northwest priority. And this is going to be facing the boss. So let me take away number 1. Pretend number 1 is the boss. If his corner is safe, 1 is gonna be the boss. So just we're gonna align based off on that. Am I missing anything? No, I am not. Standard priorities for Snakes 1. Group 1 starts northwest, goes counterclockwise. You look at your same roles, whether you need to flex. Tanks and melees flex. I'll hard like the raid wood and usually get food check, and that was a reprisal, just stamp dead if it's dog first. Yes, so it's gonna be any first.
So sorry to interrupt, but which Snakes 2 are we, strat are we doing? The Spriggan and the Collar? Okay. Thank you.
I probably should have gone over that, but it's going to be spreads. Take a look at your corners, find that safe spot. Remember, it spreads. Out and spread. Out and spread. Tank busters, stay away from the tanks. Get ready for Dog 1 or Snakes 2. Keep an eye on the animations. Knockback. If you could reprisal this, I'll reprisal the one after. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Northeast. Make sure you look at your numbers, folks. We need you to survive those stacks. quadrants manifold. North and south. North and south. DPS in. It's out and stacks. Out and stacks. Make sure you stack. Northwest, number 4. After this is going to be Snakes 1. Remember your priorities. Kingston Melee Flex. Out, make sure you're out. Get ready to look at your debuffs. DPS first. Support second. Fourfold coming up. Remember, Group 1 Northwest, Group 2 Northeast. Southeast, I'm sorry. For the second one. And stacks. Tank boosters. Watch out for the tanks. It's going to be Dog 2 first. Knockback. Away at A. Get it at A. Healer stacks. Light party stacks. Light party at the one at the wall. Light party 2 at max melee. Watch out for the black line. Stay away from A. Tanks are about to get a booster. Sorry, did I have shirt? We could get a healer OB, perhaps. Get out, this is gonna be Snakes 2. Remember your clock spots and go clockwise from your clock spots to find your spring and 2 spots. Supports first. We're going to look Cardinals. Get ready to look to the Cardinals. It's alright. There was a couple of stuff that I forgot to go over before we pulled anyway, so that was pertinent to me. Let's go ahead and re-clarify some 4-fold stuff. If in case it's the entire arena safe like that. That was my fault, I forgot about that one little thing. Yeah, one moment. We're about to go over that too. I forgot to go over that before we pulled. I thought we were done, but no, I forgot about this. Right, so melees and tanks on the 1, 2, 3s. Ranges are gonna spread on the letters that I'm about to put out. If it's the entire half of the arena safe like this, and if it spreads, just so we're gonna spread accordingly. And if it's partner stacks, well, you just go to your like party sites. Looking at the boss. It's always going to be looking at the boss whenever it's half of the arena safe like this. That's how we orientate yourself. And now for Spriggan 2. Dog 1 was actually pretty decently clean. Some people... the thing you gotta keep an eye in mind with Dog 1, Dog 2, is that there's gonna be like 2 main mechanics and 1 mechanic in between. That's how I like to think of it. It's either going to be a knockback into a point blank or a point blank into a knockback. Those are what I like to think of the major mechanics. And they're always going to alternate. It's never going to be a point blank into a point blank or a knockback into a knockback. You will never get something like that. So once you see the main one, you're not going to see the other main one. And between each rounds, the boss is going to charge from the center of the arena, doing another mini knockback. That's not as strong as the first one, but it's still knocked back if you're not just behind the black lines in the arena where I'm jumping. So every time you do a big knockback or a point blank, remember, you also need to deal with a knockback from the black line. The way I kind of handle that is I like to turn my camera away from the boss when Dog 2 is first starting out, and then look at which safe spot is gonna, which side of the arena is gonna be safe first, and then just remember where I need to move after the second part goes off. I'll show a video of what I mean in a little bit, and over Discord screen share. And for Spriggan 1, for Spriggan in Snake 2, we pretty much set start with a clock spot. 1 pace clockwise towards clock spot 6. So, what's gonna happen is we're gonna have to deal with gazes and puddles in Snakes 2, but unlike Snakes 1, we do not want to kill the snakes for this round. So every time we go in there, it's either going to be DPS first or tanks and healers first for the gazes, and you want to keep all the snakes frozen throughout the entirety of Snakes 2. You never want to kill them, so if you have a puddle, you do not want to drop a puddle on any of the snakes, because we need them, some of them alive in order to successfully complete the mechanic. And for learning purposes, don't be afraid to skip out on a GCD or 2, maybe even 3, just so you don't get hit by those gazes or you don't point a gaze at somebody else. After both rounds of gazes and puddles, boss is gonna summon some clones. And those clones are gonna kill 2 of the 4 snakes that spawn during Snakes 2. We want to be hiding and stack behind near or behind those snakes, depending on what kind of debuff you get. If you have a Blood of the Gorgon purple debuff, that means you're gonna have a stack mechanic on your person, and you need 2 other people with you in order to survive that. if you have Crown of the Gorgon, you need to be hiding behind a snake so you don't hit any other people with your gases. If the snakes are spawned, say for example, like this, number 1 and number 2, with 1 and 2 being the snakes, the people want to be behind the snakes, like so, as I'm about to show with the letters. The Crown of the Gorgons. And if the snakes are spawning horizontally, like I'm about to show, the snake, the Crown of the Gorgon, the line of sight mechanic, they want to be behind the snakes, like this, the letters. So 2 being the snakes, the people that need to be stacking are going to be in front of the snakes like this. The crown people that want the line of sight are going to be behind the snake, and they're going to use the snake to prevent from hitting anybody with the line of sight. We're going to be adjusting just like in Snakes 1, Chanks and Mealies. But one thing to keep in mind is if one of the people in your party had to go to the other party in order to flex, one party is going to be left short with a member for the stacks. It's survivable with over-mitigation, but most pucks don't over-mitigate that mechanic. So say if Group 1, somebody from Group 1 had to flex all the way to Group 2, somebody from Group 2 will need to flex back into Group 1. So Group 1 has plenty of people for the stack mechanic. We'll see what I talk about once we see more posts of that. It'll make sense once you see that slip up happening. Partners. Keep an eye on your corners. Into partners. Into partners. Tank busters. Watch out for the tanks. Knockback. Dog 1 first. Keep an eye on your numbers. 1, 2, 3, and 4. North and south. North and south. DPS in. In and stacks. Genesis is gonna be a little bit spicy. I do not have Heart of Light. Number 3. Get ready for Snakes 1. Make sure you're out of the hitbox. Debuffs are going out. Make sure you look at them. Supports first. Get ready for Farfall. Partners at the end of Farfall. Or spread. Remember, it's partners after this. Inside and partners. Inside and partners. We lost the roulette. Tank Buster. We don't have any reserves. That's gonna be the reset. That's too many deaths.
Yeah.
Yeah, either the summoner or one of the wrestlers was gonna get hit with a tank buster. Cause the flame swiper. I don't think that rest was gonna get out in time. Right, countdown. Spreads. Look at the corners. Remember, it's gonna be spreads. Out, then spread. Out, then spread. Tank Buster. Get out of the hitbox. Debuffs are going out. Make sure you look at them. Supports first. North south. DPS. In and stacks. Both the Dark and Knight don't have party mates. Genesis will be spicy. Number 4. It's gonna be Dog 1. Knockbacks. Make sure you count your numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Partners at the end of fourfold. East. Spread.
Oh shit.
It's corner spreads. It's going to be partners at the end of this. In, then partners. Goodbye.
I'll have to run.
For far folks, if you're waiting for like callouts of which is safe, I'm usually not gonna do callouts of which side or corner is safe, because each group is probably gonna have their own thing to do with. So make sure you keep an eye on your own respective banks, because I won't be doing callouts on which corners or which sides are safe. That said, let's go over spots again real quick, just in case people don't remember their spots. This is going to be for if one half of the arena is safe and it spreads. Go to your spots, please. Don't leave anything up for assumptions. There we go. This if this is half of the arena is safe and we go into spreads. Now, if this corner is safe, go to your corners where I'm putting down the stuff. Right, this is how we're spreading. A is going to be the boss. So, melees and tanks are going to be closer to the boss like this. Range and healers, as they're standing right now. Right. Just gonna do a ready check. If you have any questions, go ahead and say no. Ask those questions. There we go, starting the countdown. Don't forget to refresh your food if you need to. Spreads. Look at your corners. Remember, it's going to be spread. In then spread, in, then spread.
Dear.
Tank buster, stay away from the tanks. It's going to be out. Do not be in the hitbox. Debuffs are about to go out, make sure you look at them. DPS first. Oh, that's my fault. Let's go ahead and reset that.
Yeah. Boom.
I saw the kill minis dice and I was looking over their way to see what happened. And I stepped right in front of the healer gaze.
Been there, done that.
I don't know if anybody knows this, but one tip for Snakes 1, it's not gonna help you for the first round of snakes popping up, but they're always going to spawn at Cardinals or into Cardinals. It will never be Cardinals into Cardinals. So say for the first round of snakes popping up from the ground, they spawned on north and south. That means the second round of snakes is always going to be at west and east, and vice versa. If the snakes are into Cardinals and they spawn at D, I'm sorry, that's not a D. If they spawn at 4 and 1 first, that means the second round of snakes is going to spawn at 3 and 2. Vice versa. If they spawn at 1 and 3 first, that means they're going to spawn at 4 and 2 next. It's always going to be Cardinals to Cardinals, intercards to intercards. It's never going to be inner Cardinals into Cardinals, so you can use that to like process and eliminate the second round. It's not going to help you for the first round, but for the second round, it takes that, helps you do that less amount of thinking. Trying to chase after the second round of snakes. Partners. Whenever it's partners. In, then partners. In, then partners. Tank buster next. Watch out for those tanks. It's going to be out of the hitbox. Get out of the hitbox. Those debuffs are about to go out. Make sure you look. DPS first. go ahead and reset that. I didn't see what went wrong there. Do we know what's going on with Snake's one? Let's go ahead and spin into our like parties just in case. Okay. Fair enough. Millies, make sure you know who your range is for your group. Vice versa. All good.
Been there, done that too.
Oh. Tungsten sauna. Spreads. It's going to be spreads. Look at your corners. In and spread. In and spread. Watch out for those tanks. We gotta tank those. I saw it. It's going to be out. Get out of the hitbox. I think I know what's going on with torches, but I'll talk about it after the poll. Supports first. Good stuff. East and west. East and west. DPS in. Out and proteins. Out and proteins. It's going to be Dog 1 next. Knockback. Remember to count your numbers. One, 2, 3, 4. Nice. 4-fold next. Remember, I'm not calling out the safe spots. Make sure you're keeping track of your own things.
Spread.
Thank you. Partner stacks.
Oh, sorry.
Never spreads. Out and spread, out and spread. Nice. Tank buster coming up, get away from those tanks. Snakes chew first. Snakes chew first. Remember a little bit clockwise from your clock spawn. Stay out of the hitbox. Don't be afraid to lose a couple GCDs during snakes, just so we can see the mechanics. Support skates first. Can swap for the Gorgons. Yep. Look at the Cardinal. Support skates first. Nice. South. Nice. One dead, but nice. Tank Buster, do not be at A, do not be. I don't know what happened there.
Oh, the person who died, did they have the poison or?
I'll have to check it to look at the replay. I wasn't looking at the exact thing. Get ready for knockback. Knockback. Dog 2. Follow at A. Follow at A. It's quadrant. Impact. It's going to be healer groups. Healer groups. Starting at B, then going to C. Starting at B, knockback. Going to C, watch out for that black line. Go to B. Nice. Then it's just going to be red whites. Heart of Light. That's in reach. I clipped that pool so I can show. See what happened, or if anybody knows what happens in Springs 2. But I can go ahead and say, but I'm also clipping the Dog 2 so I can show what I mean. Go ahead.
Group one didn't get a poison puddle,
Yeah.
I think.
I think was
There's
whoever
3
was
stat
dead,
too.
did they have the poison? Because that snake wasn't dead, so I assume. Yeah,
Yeah, there was only 3 people at the west spot.
no poison. It was frozen. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
just wrong Earth form.
Okay.
Oh, was there someone dead?
Yeah, there was someone dead going into that. I remember.
But in that case, I'm just gonna pull up the Dog 2 thing, 'cause I think it helps people up.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay. Yeah, the one thing I don't like about Springs 2 is it kind of screws up your flexing a little bit, you know. Like, say you're group 2. In all the previous fights before this, group 2 is usually southeast, right? Just like we do in Forfo. But if you're group 2, depending on the pattern of snakes you get, you're usually forced to look north first and go north, and then make your way north clockwise. So it kind of screws people up, because it's gotta like erase a lot of, you know, built up thinking from previous tiers. Personally, I prefer something called a west and east priority for snakes 2, and most of the party finder does not do that. Right. I'm going to stream something in Discord here real quick. I apologize if it looks a little bit choppy. My upload is not that great. But I'm gonna try anyways, just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Alright, share screen. Movies and TV, where is it? Okay, if people could take a look at the share screen on Discord real quick. This is the dog chew pool that we just got out of. When dog pool goes off, I turn my camera like this, facing away from the boss. And then I take a look at where I need to be first, in this case B. I take a look at where I need to be next, in this case it's C. So I know in my mind, I'm starting at B, and then I'm going to C. That's how I turn my camera around. Knockback going off. There we go, I know we need to start at B. B just went off, and I know I need to go to C. And then keep an eye on those black lines. You need to be on a little bit below that black line in order to get safely knocked back. Otherwise you're going to end up on the wall. That kind of point of view helps me do dog chew a little bit better, but it might work out differently for some folks. Yeah. Right. Having said that, I'm gonna do a ready check. See if people are still good to keep going. Hopefully that point of view helps folks a little bit. That's helped me a little bit, trying to cut down the number of stuff I need to memorize for dog chew. Starting the countdown. The thing about dog chew is that it's a memory game. So the more stuff you can cut down and trying to remember for dog chew, the less likely you are to get crosswire. So that's why that point of view type thing that I do kind of helped me, because it kind of cut down the number of stuff I had to remember. All I need to know is where I start or where do I need to go. In, then stacks. In, then stacks. Tank busters coming up. Knockback, dog 1 first. Make sure you count out your numbers. One, 2, 3, and 4. I don't know.
Reason to be alone.
I see. Yeah. refresh your feed if you need to. Starting that countdown.
Kohila murder. The last time I accidentally early pulled, I insta-died. Good times. It's like instant just dropped to 0. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, sometimes depending on the server tag, he does
Double auto.
Double
yeah. It was a
auto,
double
yeah.
I got hit for like 40k each. I was like, oh.
Partners. His partners. I did that in Promise. With the tree, dude. Remember his partners. Keep an eye on your own corners. Out and stacks. Out and stacks. Watch out for the tanks. And it's going to be... Get out of the hitbox. Debuffs are about to go out. Make sure you look at them. Supports first. Manifold coming up. East and west. East and west. Supports in. In and stacks. In and stacks. It's going to be 3. Remember, it's gonna be dog 1 next. Knockback.
Ash, if you want mid for this, I'll move out.
Make sure you count out your stuff. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Fourfold next.
To be spreads at the end.
Thank you. Who's not paying attention? Spreads. I was taking a look at chat. Ooh. Stacks. Rip somebody.
Oh, there, okay.
And then it's gonna be spreads. Out and spreads. Let's see if we can do this.
Oh, okay. No. Shit, my bad.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, I was in the wrong place there.
We might be able to get out of the hitbox. Snakes 2 first. Make sure you find your clock spots as soon as you can. DPS first gaze. We're going to look into cards. DPS first gaze. Ooh.
Oh.
Somebody wanted to snipe me for some reason. It's possible to be a little... Oh, sure. Go ahead and take your time. It is possible to be a little bit greedy, but what I recommend is don't try to DPS when you first learn this mechanic. Take as many pulls as you need to get a feel for the tempo of it, the rhythm of it, and then you'll be able to create a little bit more safely. Like once you know the sounds of it, like the executions of it, you'll be able to pick up some more tells on when it's safe for you to smack a little bit, and when it's time for you to not smack. For me, I'm a very audio type person. Every time I see a mechanic blowing up or something like that, I take it as my cue. For Snakes 2, I pretty much hear the snakes popping up, and I knew as soon as I hear the snakes breaking the ground, stop what I'm doing, just look away. And just do it, just play safe, and then kind of get acclimated to that type of thing. And then you can be a little bit greedy once you get familiar with it.
I've given up and I just do my AoE now.
Yeah.
AoE
And if
of a target, yeah.
Yeah. And if your group has been progging for a little bit, the first 3 floors and stuff like that, and you've been keeping up with your tomes, you have a lot of wiggle room at this point of the tier to play safe a little bit, so you don't need to be as greedy as people needed to be in week 1 and 2. So, yeah, for sure, no problem. So yeah, just play it safe. So, our learners are dealing with their audio stuff. I'm gonna go grab my water bottle real quick. Dehydrate.
It's like a scooter.
Alright, I'm back. Yeah, I do everything in PF. I'm gonna start the countdown. I do everything in PF, and when I do raid clears, I set the minimum eye level to like 620 and stuff like that. Because I don't want people feeling like they need to be super greedy and risky in Snakes 2, which is usually where things go wrong when I raid clear. Just so we have that headroom to play it safe. Because when I was prodding that fight, that's usually what got the groups. Oh, Jankstans. partners. Take a look at your own corners. Remember as partners. Out and partners. Watch out for those tanks. It's going to be away from the hitbox, out of the hitbox. Debuffs are about to go out. Make sure you look at them. Supports first. Okay. Nice. Manifold next. North and south. North and south. Supports in. Supports in. Out and spreads. Out and spreads. It's going to be 4. Dog 1 next. Knockback. Remember to keep track of your numbers. One, 2, 3, and 4. Whoops. That's a reset, I think. I think that was just a little bit too close to his hitbox and he splashed you with another stomp. Okay, okay. Oh, what the fuck? It's going to be spreads. Keep an eye on your own corners. Remember that it spreads. In, then spread. In, then spread. Nice. Watch out for those tanks. It's going to be it's gonna be knockback. Duck 1 first. Keep track of your numbers. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Nice. Going into manifold next. North and south. North and south. Supports and snakes and stacks. I'm sorry, in and stacks. I don't know why I said snakes. It's going to be number 4.
Who likes this corner?
Yeah. Remember, snakes 1 next. Make sure you're out of the hitbox. Debuffs are about to go out. Make sure you look at them. Supports first. Yep. Four folk next. We're going to be starting off with Dog 2 first. Oh snap, I wasn't paying attention. Partner stacks. It's in
And partner.
stacks. Get away from those tanks. Don't be near those tanks. Dog 2 first. Knockback. A is away from him, Crush is away from him. And it's going to be healer groups. Starting at D. Making our way C. Look for that black line. Make sure you're at that black line.
Oh my god. I'm an idiot.
Do not be at A. Tanks are about to take a buster at A. Snakes 2 next. Let's focus out for Snakes 2. Get out of the hitbox, folks, and make sure you play it safe. DPS first. DPS first gaze. We are looking into cards. Look out now. Support second gaze. East and west. It's okay. You survived. Enrage. If we could LB, please. Well on him. $52 enrage.
Okay, I just need to stop fucking up the dog too. Oh man.
Did it start freaking out or something? Watch that keyboard by any chance.
Is there
Yeah,
some
never mind.
Logitech keyboards?
No, it's cause if you have a keyboard, like a smart type of keyboard with the, you know, with the brand that has like a smart hub type thing, if you don't open up the hub before you start gaming, it's gonna start freaking out
Oh.
a little bit. It's not necessarily like a defect, it's just that smart keyboards like to pair it up with the subs.
I play on controller, so sometimes, yeah. Every now and then my
Yeah,
controller
food.
decides.
Food check, get those shakes off. We might be able to see a little bit of P2. Alright, I'm gonna put my pots on my hardboard, then I'm gonna start the countdown. Alright folks, let's see if we can get CP2 at least. And partners, it is going to be partners. Look at your own corners. Out and partners, out and partners. Get away from those tanks, do not be near the tanks. First animal is going to be Knockback. Dog 1 first. Make sure to keep track of your numbers. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Manifold coming up next. People could hold their 2 minutes after the baits. North and south, north and south. DPS in. Out and stacks, out and stacks. It's going to be number 4 again. The red white after snakes will be a little bit spicy. Both the Dark Knight and I use our mids. Be out of the hitbox. Be out of the hitbox. The Eritonos or whatever that red white's called. Debuffs are going out. Make sure you look at your debuffs. Supports first. Spicy red white. Partners after fourfold. Partners after fourfold. Partners. Remember, it's partners again. Out and partners. Out and partners. Stay away from those tanks. Dog 1 first. I mean dog 2, not 1. Knockback. Follow at A is impact. Healer groups again. We are starting at D. D to C. To C. Line, black line, black line.
Oh my god.
B. Do not be at A. We are about to check boosters. Do not be at A if you want to live. Get ready to be outside of the hitbox. You do not want to be in the hitbox. Snakes queue. Right, take a moment to breathe. Supports first. Cardinals, we are going Cardinals. Look away, please. Supports first case.
No, I don't know. So I was.
It's going to be east. We don't have enough people for this.
Sorry. I swear I was looking cardinal, but like I don't know. I saw like a tip of a tail, I guess. Ah.
So good. Yeah. Don't get caught up in the pitfall where like we saw in Reach. It usually gives people the shakies. Right. Let's take a breather. Make sure we focus on the max. Partners is going to be partners. Look at your corners. In and stacks. In and stacks. Stay away from those tanks. It's going to be knockback, dog 1 first. Keep track of your numbers. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We can hold our 2 minutes after debate. It is going to be north and south, north and south. Supports in. Out and stacks, out and stacks. It's going to be number 1. Next one first. Make sure you're not in the hitbox. Debuffs are going out. Make sure you look at them. Supports first. Nice. Fourfold coming up. It's going to be spreads after fourfold. Spreads after fourfold. It's going to be partners. Remember, it is spreads. In, then spreads. In, then spreads. Stay away from those tanks. Dog 2 first. Knockback. Follow to A. Follow to A. Partner stacks. Pairs of choose. Starting at D, going A. A, watch out for that black line, black line, black line. Get knocked back to D.
Oof.
Do not be at A. You do not want to be at A. Tank busters coming up. Make sure you're out of the hitbox. Snakes 2 coming up. Take a breather. Make sure you focus. Take a breather, folks. Focus on the mix. Supports first. Supports first case. We are looking Cardinals. Look out. I just think I see what happened there.
I got shot, I think. Boom. Shriek.
Let me get rid of these markers real quick. Yeah, it looked like it was the poison cleave that the clones came out of. Guess otherwise, I don't think that was another poison. So when we go into like the clockwise positions, if you notice there's like the Hebrea mask on the white chalk type thing.
Yeah.
Yep, the outside clone cleaves. If you go on these Hebrea masks with the big hardcore dudes jumping in, this is the general position, and you want to be a little bit inwards on the white chalk line. That should be safe. If you're right around that Hebrea mask, a little bit inwards of that white chalk thing, it should be safe. You don't have to move, you don't have to strafe, you just have to look at your snakes when the time comes. Alright. Partners. It is going to be partners. We'll get your own corners. In and stacks. In and stacks. Let's go ahead and reset then. I died. Dark Knight's gonna die as well. It's me. I misread the torch, so I got. I got hit, and I also got the range or caster. I don't know who was with me, but I got them killed.
Oh no. Alas.
Tetris is going to be partners. Out and partners, out and partners. Stay away from those tanks. It is out, it is out. Snakes first. Debuffs are about to go out. Make sure you look at your debuffs. DPS first. DPS first. I have a Heart of Light. Nice. We don't need to hold her 2 minutes. We can just use them when they come off cooldown. It's going to be manifold. East and west. DPS in, DPS in. Out and stacks, out and stacks. It is going to be 2. Number 2. It is going to be Dog 2, which is going to be a little spicy. Both are reprisals or off cooldown. Knockback. Keep track of your numbers. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Fourfold coming up. It is going to be partners after fourfold. Partners after fourfold. Spreads. Remember, it's going to be partners after this. Out and partners, out and partners. Watch out for the tanks. Do not be near the tanks. It is going to be Snakes 2 first. Do not be in the hitbox. Take a moment to breathe if you need to. Focus on the mix. Supports have the first gaze. Tanks are going to need to flex. Look at the inch cardinals. Look out now. East and west, east and west. Nice, nice. Do not be at A. Tank Buster at A. Dog 2 coming up next. Knockback. Follow at C. Follow at C. It is going to be partner stacks. Sets of 2. Sets of 2. We are starting at B. Starting at B. B to C. B to C. Stay at B. Stay at B. Black line and C. Black line and C. Get knocked back to D.
Ah,
Red white.
thank you.
Nice. We got it. We got it. Well with that dude. LB please. Good shit folks. Good shit.
Yay.
Get ready for some horror shit.
Oh my god. What is it with the eyes? I don't. Why?
You don't like the eye squelch?
What the heck?
Right folks, get on me. I want to show you something. On me. Ready?
Oh Jesus! Ow!
Right. Right. Good stuff on getting past tour bus.
Yay!
Yeah. I would say maybe 5 polls because we're a little bit in time, but if people are okay with it, I can do about 5 polls. Since this is the first time some of you folks have seen Phase 2.
Yeah. I'm completely blind. I have not watched anything on Phase 2.
Okay. Gee, Dark Knight, are you familiar with Phase 2 at all?
Yeah, I've done it.
Okay. So you know what to do with the tank stuff. I'm not gonna go over
we'll
that.
do the thing.
So the way I'm seeing PF like this thing, I'm gonna go some clock spots real quick. Go to your clock spots. Just choose clock spots with melee P northwest, northeast, and around that general area. Let me see here.
Actually, if
Summoner, if you can switch. Yeah, Summoner, if you can switch with the melee northwest. We need the melees as close to the front as you can.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So we're reversing. Oh, okay.
Okay. After we do the tank busters, the first thing that's gonna happen is called natural alignment. It's always gonna be on all DPS or all supports. Natural alignments do not want to get hit by any mechanics whatsoever. They don't want to get hit. We do have a yellow puddle debate, in which case the natural alignment people will be able to stack with the group temporarily at around where I'm dropping the, what the fuck is this? A 4 ID. A 4. Where I'm dropping that 4, natural alignments, the people with the purple debuff or the purple spinny thing can stack in there temporarily to bait the yellow puddles. Afterwards, they do not want to be with the rest of the groups under any circumstances whatsoever, because they don't want to get hit by anything. So if it's natural alignment spread into stack, which is going to be, you're going to see like a debuff on one of the natural alignment people, a big cast bar. It's going to tell you spread or stack first. If it's stack first, natural alignments go north, and the people who are not natural alignment go left so they can stack. They don't want to be in the stack. They don't want to get hit by anything. If it spreads first, we go to our clock spots. It's going to be a little bit scary. It's going to be a little bit tight. Then once you see it a couple of times, you'll get the timing and position down pat. But that's the way PF likes to do it, so they can be close to the healers for heals, because it's kind of spicy. So say if it's natural alignment, spread into stacks first. And I'm gonna take away some markers here real quick. Take away the markers. And let's all bunch up right inside the number 1 marker real quick. And say, whoever that northwest melee is, can you get in inside the 1 marker real quick, please? Yumi. Inside the 1 marker. Say me and the Dark Knight get natural alignment. Dark Knight and me. And it's spread into stacks first. Okay, spreads. Everybody go to your clock spots away from number 1. We're gonna spread into our clock spots as far as away from each other as we can. A little bit further than that. Make sure you don't hit the natural alignment, people. And then, after that, the group is gonna meet up after the cleave, and the dark natural alignment people are gonna stay away from the stack. So everybody who's not natural alignment, go back to number 1, and then they're gonna stack. They do, but this is spread into stack first. PF is, at least when I'm doing my re-clears, they have natural alignments baked with the group at number 4. Yeah. And then after it stacks, if it's spread into stack first, then when it's stacked, they stay north. You'll see once we do a couple of pulls.
I'm so confused already.
I know, but man, let's just see a couple of stuff. We'll do like about 5 pulls. I'll invoke the first Tyrant Tank Buster. I'll book somewhere along the way.
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna do very short cooldown focuses. We're progging here. So, starting with an 8-second cooldown.
Yeah, no worries.
Cooldown going out now. Don't be near the tanks, by the way. I told you to be near me at the beginning, but I'll like...
Murder us all!
Oh,
Oh, are we?
yeah. Sorry about
Okay,
that.
okay. No. I just don't worry. You wanted to meet up.
Oh my... It's gotta bleed.
Yep. Invoning. Alright, everybody at 4. Everybody at 4, please. Everybody. It's good for me to go. Natural alignments on DPS. Everybody at 4. Everybody at 4. At 4. At 4. At 4. Bait the portals first. Stacks alignments north. Then spread. Right cleave. Right cleave.
I'm so... What? Oh.
We're good. We're good. Natural alignments over here, please. Over here, please. We're just doing this live. Trial by fire.
The noises.
Yeah. Yeah, the reason why we switched the ranges out this time is because, well, we want the melees to be able to smack the boss for spreads and, you know, what have you. So we have ways and range switched here. But yeah, it's pretty safe to stack the group at 4 first for getting the yellow puddles, and then if it's stacked into spread, the natural alignments can go north, and if it's spread first into stacks, then once people get used to the timing of it, the clock spots should be fine for us as long as we book it immediately as soon as we see the spread thing going out, and it should be safe. That's how I usually do my re-clears. Yeah. And if we do that spread into stack first, usually whoever the natural alignment people are, they usually are around where I'm about to put the number D marker. And it's going to be a very quick and dirty explanation since we're not doing that many pulls for the rest of this lockout. Actually, we don't have long this lockout at all. I'm just gonna fire this. Natural alignments go around here and then go on the second row or first row depending on where the safe spot is. There's going to be clones up here. There's going to be one row without any clones whatsoever. That's the safe spot. Usually row 1 or row number 2. And if it's fire first, those get baited along the people closest to the 3 sets of eyes. If it's eyes first. Usually we have the tanks in melee flex for this. So if it's DPS first, one of the tanks is going to actually flex for eyes. And they go to the DPS side on the east side to bait the eyes. And if it's fire, it has to be baited on the 3 furthest people away from the natural alignment people. Everything comes from the natural alignment people, the purple people. And it's baited to the 3 furthest players. So we usually have something like, I'm trying to do this as quick as I can. People on the line at A, people on the line at B, somebody on the west side or the east side, depending on who natural alignment is a little bit further. And then the tanks are going to be somewhere north and south, with the flexor being furthest in case of fire. And if it's eyes, it's going to look something like this. If you're not a baiter or a flexor, you're going to be at B or A, right on those lines. And whoever the flexor or baiter is going to be where 1 is, where 2 is, so they can be closest to the natural alignment in case of his eyes. And usually it's the tank melees who are flexors, and then usually in Party Thunder, they have a designated baiter and baiter in their own non-flexor rows.
Okay.
Getting rid of that 4 does not look like a 4. Right, I'm starting the countdown. Trial by fire.
I got flex for support.
Yeah. Let's start it over here at the west side.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Not me and the tank,
Oh,
Y'all stay away
okay,
from us.
Right.
Invoking off the Dark Knight. I'm going to be invoning this. Invone coming out. I'm standing there solemn. Alright, natural alignment. Everybody add number 4, please. Everybody add number 4. Natural alignments on DPS again. On 4. Stacks first. Natural alignments north. Natural alignments north. Everybody left.
Shit, my
Rip.
bad. Okay.
Spread.
Side.
Ooh,
Oh.
somebody killed the natural alignment.
That was a death
just
that will
died to
assign one of the
damage?
explosions to NA.
Yeah. If it's stack into spread first, we bait at 4, natural alignments go north, the stack goes left.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, countdown going out. It's better trial by fire here because we don't have that much.
Yeah, time for it. It's
Yeah.
I'll go look up a video after this.
Yeah. Vulcan. Taking a tank buster with an invuln. Natural alignment at 4, please. Everybody stack. DPS, so tanks and we'll need to flex. Spreads into clock spots,
Oh.
Goodbye. Yeah. It's scribe, but what happens is, in PF at least, where there's no communication, healers are finding it hard to be able to heal the natural alignments people, so PF has started to try and bunch them up as much as you can, so they can get the heals out, because the natural alignment is damage over time. Okay, countdown. All my re-clears and progging have been through PF, I don't have a static disc here. And that's what I've been noticing. Yep. I will be invulning this. Everybody at 4, please. Bait those yellow bottles. If you spread first, clock spots. If it stacks, then. Okay, support, alignment, DPS, we need to flex. Spreads, clock spots. There we go, stacks. Natural alignment away from the stack. Nice. It's going to be first row save. Fire.
Oh.
Second row save. Goodbye. It makes sense though, like I know we don't have time to properly practice it, but you know why we position the way we do, right?
Yeah.
Because the baits come from the natural alignments, and if we put the natural alignments at the center of the safe rows, it's going to... Yeah. Just... Are people good with calling this the last pull and just taking a photo
Yeah.
here? I'm gonna do a ready check.
I'm good.
Go yes if you want to do more pulls. No if you're good with calling it here. Okay, we don't have that much time for a photo. Tal, I see you say no. Is that because you really don't have the time, or?
Oh, no, I thought it was just like, I can do one more pull. That's fine.
Okay, one more pull.
Okay.
One more pull no matter what, folks, and then a photo.
There you go.
Countdown. I am going to be taking an invuln. Everybody at 4. Natural alignment on DPSs. It's going to be spread first, clock spots. Goodbye. Alright, last pool. That was the last pool. Let's go ahead and take that picture.
Yay!
I do have something to say. This is purely tank stuff because I think we have our
please.
dancer. I think was also
yeah,
a tank.
that's me. Yeah, I was gonna ask. Yeah, but we
Yeah.
can take the photo first. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead and take your photos.
Photo.
I'll explain while people are taking their photos.
Can
So
I
what
face
happens
away
is-
from the boss so that I can get the boss in the photo.
Okay. Right over here for the photo.
Yeah.
Tall people with the back, short people in the front. You know how it goes.
Dead people also. Yeah. Yeah, I have the whatchamacallit, the Xanthids again
The-
from Odin
Yeah.
on my
The
power.
demon wings from. Well,
Filter. Ew.
hmm.
This is very bright. Okay.
This arena's real cool. Though. The boss is like
It's
cool too, design wise.
cool. Yeah.
A little body horror going on there, but
A little. I think.
yeah.
A little.
Rest in peace with the rest in peace with the people who have a body horror phobia. Screaming in mechanics, screaming in body horror. Yeah.
I'm good, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah. So before you leave the P range / tanker, duty fell. Oh. The autos in this phase, they're autos, quote unquote. But they're shared tank busters actually.
Okay.
So you take about 3 at the very beginning. Then something called something about the tyrant. Something tyrant. Eye of the tyrant or something like that.
Unnatural, unholy tyrant, something.
Yeah, something tyrant.
Something.
Something
okay.
tyrant, okay? Look for the tyrant in the
Just
name.
look for the word tyrant. Got it.
After that, it's gonna be an actual buster on whoever has main aggro. It's going to be like an actual hard-hitting tank buster.
All right.
And then after that, you're taking 2 autos after Tyrant. So what people do is they have you invuln around 80% of the Tyrant cast, and then take the last 2 autos, which are shared tank busters, by yourself.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I was doing it the way I was doing
Wait.
it.
So Tyrant is the actual tank buster, is it?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a
The-
split. It's a split on first and second aggro.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
So just invuln at the very last bit of tyrant whatever, and then after that take the autos by myself. Okay.
yes. You usually need to do something like this for 2 parts of the whole fight. One at the very beginning, and second after high concept 1, assuming you get there, and after excuse me,
Okay.
after limitless desolation. That's when your code tank will have to invuln the tyrant and then to take the tank busters by themselves.
Okay. Okay.
Unless you
So
have
it's
a
like-
barrier.
We
Yeah.
do not,
Unless you have
unfortunately.
a-
We're a gunbreaker paladin pair. So.
So
Oh.
something, if you're still in the group, I'm about to type something in party chat. So it's usually something like this: 3 autos, tyrant, and 2 autos. Those autos need to be shared between the 2 tanks.
Right. Okay.
Are there like a timeline or mid sheet in the Discord?
Not in this Discord, but I know someone on the balance usually posted. I'll try to find it and post it somewhere in the events chat. Yeah, you want to take a look at that later.
Yeah, if you're in a static state, just like do like a mid sheet or something like that.
Yeah. Well, if there's no other questions, I'm gonna go ahead and disband the party right now. And
Yeah. Thank you.
All
Thanks
right,
for the back.
GG's, everybody.
yeah.
Thanks all
Thank you so much.
so